So the question is, how did this complexity really begin, right? So one of these things like, well, they just invented it. Sudden invention, they just sat down at the table and they invented the script. They just said that we need this and we need that and that. A couple of 100 years and, everything was ironed out. Well, I just don't believe it. Everybody obviously is entitled to their opinion. I just don't believe this story. Another option is the stimulus diffusion from the West. Now, the different versions of stimulus diffusion. Gelb had said, writing was invented once and spread everywhere. And so writing came to China from Mesopotamia, in any case, from the West. There are different versions also of the idea of diffusion. Some people say it's just the idea of writing that came. The question is, how did this idea really come, since the Chinese writing system is really designed for the Chinese language. So it's not like, once you basically adopt a writing system, an idea of a writing system coming from another language, you always have to make this very, these adaptations. So I am not convinced of the idea of stimulus diffusion. Some people have argued that there was all a complex of things that came into the Bronze Age. I mean, the big question has always been, well, writing begins in China at the 1300 BCE. And at the same time, there is all this growth of bronze making, metallic activities. The chariot is introduced. There are a lot of contacts with Central Asia. That's my friend Li Min has suggested. And also there is an introduction of cowrie shell, which apparently came from India. So this complex basically was introduced wholesale alongside writing. But there is no evidence that such a thing happened. That's, it's true, cowrie shells probably came from India. So the bronze probably was introduced from the nomads, the route north-south, and so did the chariot and the horse. But I just don't see any evidence that nomads of Eurasia at that time had a writing system that they could introduce to the Chinese. And there is nothing in the archaeological record that suggests so. There are obviously places in Central Asia and Marjana that have some kind of scripts, but I don't think that really can connect with the Chinese script. So I toss out the idea of a diffusion from the West. The other thing is the slow evolution from late Neolithic science system. That's my position.